what's going on? I just wanted to say what's up. Here's the second video out for the same day. I'm trying to get you guys seeing my content so that you see I'm going to stay active with this. I know that it's a little bit of a different transition and it's tough, and I'm telling you guys there's not going to be a lot of editing. There's not going to be a lot of transitions, edits, fun stuff like that for a long time. I'm learning how to do that stuff, but it's going to take a little bit. So I need your support and I need you to be okay with it, okay? Because we don't do judgment over here. We just are positive vibes at all time. And speaking of that, I should have grabbed the immaculate candle, but I didn't, so I'm sorry about that. It'll make a feature in the next video. With that being said, let's talk about bisexuality. So we could talk about the LGBTQ community. Excuse me, that's such a tongue twister, so excuse me every time I mess up on that. It's such a diverse community, and it's very fulfilling for everybody because there's kind of a slot for everybody. There's hetero flexibility, which if you didn't know is when you're straight but you know, can do gay acts in seeking pleasure with your hetero partner. You know what I mean? So if you're not in a homo relationship and you want to maybe get your booty poked, but you don't really like it from other men, if you're a man, that's not gay. It doesn't have to be gay. It can just be you liking that type of pleasure from a woman. That's completely straight. Therefore, hetero flexibility is just something to let people who want to be included in the LGBTQ community, they can be in there in that little umbrella unless they want to identify as straight, which is also fine because S is in the LGBTQ. Anyways, it may be silent though. So with that being said, let's talk about bisexuality because I'm not going to go into pansexuality either. That just means you like everybody, to non-binaries, to transgender people, to cis or whatever, women, men, who cares? You just hunt for people for the soul, which is kind of what I do, but I claim it's bisexuality because I've never explored with a pan person or with a non-binary, so I don't feel like it's my place to say that I'd be open to that, but I am open to being attracted to the soul. I said in the last video, my coming out video to my parents, that I'm just attracted to the soul. It's not about the genitalia. It's about what the person brings to the table with their heart, with their soul, and with their mind. Because those are the things I'm going to be interacting with on a day-to-day basis. In the beginning, yes, it might be a little bit, tongue twister. It might be a little bit below the belt. But if you're okay with that, you're okay with that. That's called the honeymoon phase. It happens to everybody, and it gets older. Because once you get past below the belt, you have to keep going up and up and up back to this stuff, because this stuff stays important throughout a whole relationship. And I'm going to be doing videos on relationships as well. But I just wanted to tell you guys, this video is going to be a little bit shorter because I just want to explain bisexuality is a spectrum along with sexuality in general. Okay, so if you're saying, hey Sydney, I just caught feelings for this one guy even though I've liked girls my entire life. Well, okay, maybe you're just 99% for girls and 1% for guys. That's completely valid and okay. I don't know who told you otherwise, but it is. Let's say you like girls half the time and boys half the time, but people are constantly trying to make you pick gay or straight, gay or straight. I like both. I like girls in this context, I like guys in this context. Sometimes I can't stand either of them. But it's nobody's place to tell you who you are. You can just tell them the percentage, and if they choose to accept that or try to invalidate it, flick them off and tell them to keep moving. Because you don't need to keep toxic people around, whether they're family or friends or people you've known forever. If they're toxic, cut them off at the root. Waste no time, waste no moment being miserable, okay? Life's too short for that. So with that being said, bisexuality is a spectrum for me personally. Like I said in my previous video, this is just going to be a little bit more nitty-gritty into the specifics. For me, dating has always been 75-25. Men on the 75-25 on the female side. Just because I have never been picky with men. I've always been picky with women. Not a specific body type. I mean, I do enjoy breasts a lot, but I've never really wanted the perfect woman. I've always had the perfect woman mindset, and if she didn't have that mindset, I couldn't be with her, because the lock and key relationship, the twin flame, the soulmate, I needed to feel that connection. I need to feel intertwined. Whether that was a man or a woman, but for females, there's a lot more of a specific type. For men, as long as you passed my physical standards, which was really just taller than me and a cute smile, as y'all can see, my husband follows those attributes. As long as you're at that, you're good. Like, I'm gonna talk to y'all, see if you're a cool person. Women, it was always a little bit more difficult for me. Not talking to them, because talking to women is way easier than talking to men. But for me, it took a lot more time to adjust into being not necessarily okay with that for myself, but just being confident I've always been confident. Let me get that clear. I was in theater for multiple years, 8 years, soccer for 8 years, basketball for like 5 years. So I've been the out kid. I've been the popular kid, but I'm a popular loner. So for you to be a woman entering my life, and we already have one hormonal issue here, you know what I'm saying? I had to be very selective. Whereas with men, you know, my husband adores me. So it's like, if I'm going to find the right man, he's going to have to yield at my feet all the time, because we're not doing this unfair, you know, patriarchal society. It's 50-50 in this household. You clean, I clean, and you cook, I cook. You know what I'm saying? Whether that was with a woman or not. And gender roles have never made sense to me, because I've always been attracted to both genders. But as long as you're comfortable in your own skin, you should be fine, okay? And don't let anybody try to define you, because the only definition that can come for you is from you. People only perceive you how you want them to perceive you. So if you're spewing hate onto other people, you probably hate yourself on the inside. And I'm not saying that to be crude. I'm not saying that to be harsh or blunt. I'm saying that to be honest with you. There's something internally bothering you if you feel the need to push that onto entities outside of you. You know what I'm saying? So maybe just take a moment to re-elaborate. We can do a self-care video tomorrow or in a couple of days. I don't really know what the upload schedule is going to look like, but we can get on that stuff too. But this was just letting you know that bisexuality is a spectrum, and so is the LGBTQ community in general, but I am bisexual, so I feel like that's what I can speak on most. And I include trans people and whatnot in my bisexuality, because they identify as males, they're males. They identify as females, they're females. So they get to include it in my two genders appreciating. Like I said, I haven't been with a pan or a non-bi, so I don't really know how that really works. But I would totally be down to learn if I wasn't dedicated to this one man. So with that being said, you guys, I think that's it for this video. I'm sorry this one's a little bit shorter. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you get some positive feedback. But if it's shorter, it's going to take less time to upload, which is low-key the goal. But I also want to get a bunch of videos out for you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed. Drop a comment, drop a like, just so I know if you guys are enjoying this stuff. This is kind of what I did on TikTok, just at a longer duration. If you're not vibing with it, don't let me be the person holding you back. You can skedaddle. No beef, okay? Not vegetarian, but no beef. I hate myself. I hope you guys liked, okay? Bye.